Just read it out dun sa laptop na lang.
Ayan.
So, when we try to explain read, I think the best way that I put it is that when you ask someone or when you ask a child a certain information, parang, oh, how do you divide? How do you add? How do you whatever? Ngayon, like before, syempre, nung panahon ko, it was really all about the teacher. Na parang, I asked the teacher for this kind of information. But now, for Gen Z or for, well, Gen Z, they usually just check or verify through the internet. So what then becomes the role of the teacher? Nagiging obsolete na ba? For us in READ, the concept was there is a shift in paradigm for the teacher. The teacher is not anymore the source of information, but the facilitator of the learning process. Teaching the children, oh, is this ethical? Parang, syempre, mas madali naman hanapin sa internet. Oh, how do you open up a bank account? Kunyari. Madali na yan eh. But the teacher should be able to facilitate that learning process. And that's what we believe in, sir. So, resource for educators and academic professionals. Our tagline actually is making every encounter count. Limited time, the teacher has a limited time to actually interact with your students. So it's very essential, it's very important that each moment that you spend with your child or spend with the children that you're handling count and is significant. Lahat naman po tayo, nagkaroon ng mga teachers na, oh, I remember my teacher in grade 4, turo niya math. So, dapat lahat ng teacher gano'n. Especially now with the boom of technology and stuff. So, the reason behind that was, in 2015, there was a report that around 655,000 teachers from the basic education, private and public schools nasa Pilipinas. Ilan po ang mga tinuturuan nila? Nagtuturo po sila ng around 20 million students. So, ang dami po talaga doon. And some of these teachers are handling 50, 60. Diba? So, paano nakakayanan ng teacher yon? And the next step there is that when we did research, some of the teachers are not actually education graduates. They're from their specific courses, applied math, teaching math. Anong gap doon? Nawawala yung pedagogy, yung technique, yung teacher technique. So, aside from that, technology in the past 10 years, sobrang bilis po talaga. It exceeded already the progress of the last 100 years, past 10 years, because of the invention of the phone, the internet, and all that stuff. So, in education, what does that call for? What change needs to happen? It is therefore vital that the educator, to acquire necessary skills and competencies for the 21st century, that the 21st century dictates, in order to develop the leaders of tomorrow. And this is the mission of REAP. So it's very important for us to actually adapt and make the teachers adapt to what the current reality is right now. And the belief namin, since we also follow it, we want to develop the whole child. We need to develop the whole, it takes a whole village to develop the child. Parang when the child is young, 60% of the child's time, ang exposure na teacher more than the parent. Kasi pag uwi, tulog. Diba? Kain, tulog. Aral konti. Yun. But in terms of like the majority of the time of the day, teacher. So influence talaga po yun. So that's how we position ourselves. Kailangan po talaga i-upgrade yung mga teachers, especially in the Philippines. So this is our mission: transforms learning encounters through professional development programs that focus on the 21st century educator. It's very basic. It's very it's there in the handout. So our approach, if you notice the logo, meron po yan meaning. Kasi we wanted to develop the teacher as in three aspects. First, as a person, in terms of leadership, time management, parang soft skills. Second, as a learner, and then third, as an educator. So those are the three aspects that we're trying to do. And the way we actually do them is by teaching, first of all, communication and comprehension, learner-centeredness, and teacher leadership. So that's how we actually do the trainings. Kasi, of course, as a person, you need to be able to learn how to communicate. Pakikisama. So that's how we actually develop.
Sabi ko na seryoso.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry.
Pinafocus ko. Ayan. Thank you.
And then all of that, if you notice the logo, meron siyang parang ground. Kasi syempre, diba? So it's like a growing plant. So yung ground, we are grounded by culture, environment, and economics. Kailangan very contextual pagturo nitong mga to, especially with teachers. So our core courses, these are the courses that we believe na will update the teacher and will develop the teacher as a learner, educator, and as a person. So the first one, teacher leadership. So it's both actually leadership in the school and personal leadership. So personal leadership and effectiveness. The second one is teaching the whole child. What it takes to be able to make the child whole. Whether it be skills, whether it be beliefs, whether it be competencies, kailangan very holistic ang development. The third, which is one of our products that are really parang in demand, is in communication leadership. How you're able to actually communicate with your child, how effective you're actually communicating, what techniques you're trying to do to be able to engage the child. 21st century teaching. This is an update on what are the materials, what are the literature that the students are actually exposed to. Yun yung tinuturo dito para so that you can apply it actually in your whole parang pedagogy, your curriculum, your teaching parang guide in essence. Blended learning, how you're able to actually integrate different techniques in your daily teaching, how to use the internet, how to use software and hardware, online learning, how to be able to facilitate that kind of process online, how you engage your students through social media, online software, materials, and all of that. And of course, we have a specific course for school owners and administrators. So some of these are teaching how to develop a sustainable school, how to create your school's footstep. So parang ano yung impact na nabibring ng school. And of course, the management skills needed by the administrator. Kasi somehow, medyo kulang yun sometimes eh. We, schools treat schools as schools, not as a business anymore. So medyo sometimes hindi siya nagiging sustainable. Diba? Minsan, yung supply and demand, hindi na. So of course, being in a school is still a business. So we are able to teach that to administrators and school owners. So aside from the core courses, what we really offer is a customizable course for anyone who may need anything. So kahit anong gusto nila, kahit anong kahit kailan, kahit saan, we will be able to provide them. Because we have a pool of experts, of professors, and industry experts to be able to actually develop the course, and aside from develop the course, deliver it. So that's very important for us. Anything you need in any part of the region at any time, we'll be able to serve you. Hindi naman lahat tayo sa pare-pareho ang need. So aside from that, we have certain partners as well that have specific parang philosophies that they teach. We're currently partnered with the Spady Center for Transformational OBE. Spady is considered to be the international father of outcome-based education, and we're partners with them. So quarterly, Dr. Spady, actually next week he's coming to the Philippines again, to be able to engage schools such as St. Paul, such as the maritime industry, and other speaking engagements like with the educators, parang in SEAP, which is the Catholic Education Association. We're be able to we partner with these institutions because we feel that they're the experts in that certain philosophy. And for example, OBE is very in demand right now. So because CHED is actually requiring them. So we actually partner with the Spady Center to actually teach teachers about it. So there. And lastly, these are some of the clients that we have. Mostly, these are schools who have attended our seminars, and some of the schools have been our institution partners, such as St. Paul, St. Scholastica, Assumption College, Ateneo Denaga. Actually, it's very masarap yung feeling pag kunyari, we had a seminar na dumayo pa dito yung mga tiga Ateneo Denaga. Mga around seven teachers attended our seminar on communication. And sabi namin, wow, grabe, narinig nyo from there. Parang, yeah, na-engage namin and important for us. So we're trying to actually partner with also Bicol University. So we'll be able to bring the programs there na lang para mas accessible. And we have certain initiatives that we want to expand, parang regional hubs or our schools that will be able to actually host us to provide the service. So there, actually that's just the base and all. For more information, I think the handout or the folder and the brochure will be able to provide that kind of information. Thank you.